All right, let's go. Day 11 of fall, year 1. We're gearing up to do a good Skull Caverns run. We haven't gone yet. We've been ready for a good week. We haven't gone yet. We're fingers crossed for an Iridium luck day so that we can get all our stuff together and warp over to the desert for our first Skull Cavern run of the year. Fall 11. Let's see. Good luck. I really might just do it. I think I'm gonna hold out. Alright, what do we our pan is in the shop currently. We've got a legend row and nowhere to put it. So we're just gonna throw it in that chest there. And we'll come back to that. Let's see if we have anything to throw in those. Yeah, we have more gold ore. Alright, we're done with our quality sprinklers now. We're really just waiting for a Skull Cavern run so that we can make iridium sprinklers. I might just do it today. It's a good luck day. It's not an iridium luck day. But I really need to get on those sprinklers. So I think we're just going to go ahead and do it. Let's make what we can of the bombs. We're going to do all the bombs we can. We don't really have anything else pressing going on. So we're going to go ahead and give this a shot. It's a gold luck day, a good luck day, not an iridium luck day. I'm a bit disappointed, but our pumpkin harvest is coming up soon, very quickly. And I need those iridium sprinklers so that we can grow our field. I am done with the quality sprinklers. Alright, so let's get ready to go. We've got everything we need here. We've got our lava katana. Yes, you do see a galaxy sword up there. But this lava katana has defense. I am not trying to kill things while I'm in the Skull Caverns. I have no interest in killing anything that I don't have to. So we've just got this as a stat stick, as they call it. I'm going to throw a bomb down. And then I'm going to switch back to the lava katana. And I'm just going to stand there and take it. Alright? We're not going to pickaxe much of anything. We're going to bomb the whole place. We're going to be using triple shot espresso and spicy eel. We're only going to use a staircase when we absolutely need to. That's going to be infested floors or very large floors that seem like they're going to be a pain in the butt to find the ladder. Or if we get into a real bind, which I don't think will happen, if there's a bunch of monsters that look like they're going to kill us. I don't think that will come to it. We've got our melons for health and energy. Really just health. Like I said, we're not going to be using the pickaxe much. We've got our spicy eel for luck and speed. We've got our triple shot espresso for speed. This is going to be, I would say, a mediocre Skull Cavern run. I'm looking to get past floor 100, but not much further than that. Alright. Let's go. Gotta go fast. Straight to the bombs. We're just gonna be bombing everything. Put on the sword, stand there, and wait for a staircase. Oh, there was one over here the whole time. We're not really interested in these materials right now. We're having to use one already. See, we're not stacked up with stuff right now. We want to place this. We just want to go straight down the stairs. We're not worried about materials. This area is infested. See that? We're not worried about materials until we get past floor 100. These serpents are a pain in the butt. Since we're still early in this game, we don't have as much defense right now. Alright, am I missing a staircase somewhere? Okay, this is not boding well. We are having a horrible pace. This is why I prefer to wait for Iridium luck days. You have less monsters to deal with. We want to look deep down in this level because, yes, it seems as if there's going to be a staircase. When there's a freebie ladder, it seems that it's a much lower chance of getting an organic ladder from a stone. There we go. So we've had to use more bombs than I would think so far. Alright, see, this is going very poorly. Alright, there's stairs there. There's a ladder. So we just go for it. I see the iridium. I'm not interested. We're just going for the ladders right now. We're not really worried about the materials. Here we go. We're going to have a staircase the whole way at the end of this thing. Alright, these guys are going to be the death of me. I swear I saw a ladder pop up. Yeah, there it is. Alright, let's have a peek up here. There's one. We're just going to stand here and wait for that to go off. We're not really worried about the resources so much. We're just looking for ladders. We just want to keep going down. And this is what I mean about waiting for an iridium luck day. This is a gold luck day, so it is a good luck day. And the ladders are just few and far between. It can be hard sometimes. There we go. Do I see... Is there a ladder already somewhere? No. We just want to keep it moving. See, we're already up to noon and we've only gone 20 levels. So this is definitely not going as well as I would like. In the back of my head, I'm really cursing my choice to go ahead with the run on a gold luck day. But I've got that pumpkin harvest coming up, and I really, really need the iridium. Oh man. Alright. The serpents are absolutely insane. We are not really prepared for this. We want to get our combat level up, and we want to get some more luck. And see, we're really getting smacked by these bombs. We still need that last dwarf scroll so that we can talk to the dwarf and get the book that reduces your bomb damage. All right. Alright, crab cakes is not bad. Crab cakes is speed and defense. Alright, we're not low enough to get actual iridium, it appears. Alright. There we go. Right, remember, we're not here to fight things. We're here to go deeper. We're here to go deeper in the mine, in the Skull Cavern. We're just looking for ladders and shafts if we could find one. We're gonna pick up what drops, but we're really just looking to keep moving. We don't really want to see resources right now. We want to see stairs. We want to see shafts. Alright, we've got a little bit of iridium. So it's just getting started. There's a serpent. Still no ladder. No. There we go. There's a shaft. 3 levels. It's better than nothing. Alright. Alright, we're starting to move a little bit now. We're getting some iridium. Got a second shaft. Just keep going down, down, down. We're at level 43. We may or may not make it to 100 today. And this is what I was talking about, waiting for an iridium luck day. Alright, we don't want to be fighting things, but sometimes we have to. Because if we let them come up on us, They are 100% gonna kill us. Alright, but you can see how this goes. You really don't even need to pay attention to much. You're just gonna bomb everything, collect, and keep moving. Pain-free. Only fight if you have to. And try not to pickaxe anything. It's really very inefficient. Okay, there was a ladder there the whole time. And that's why we weren't finding one. Alright, we're going to throw that there, and we should probably get a ladder. Yep. We're ready for another triple shot espresso. Right, don't get stingy here. You brought the stuff to use it, so use it. Alright, we're not even going to look at what the other bomb did. We're just going to jump straight down. That's 9 levels. We're going to go ahead and do a second bomb. We want to start. It's 5:30 p.m. We don't want to be overly thorough. But we do want to start thinking about collecting some iridium. Okay, that's what we're here for. And it's getting in the evening, and our pace is not very good. Alright, here's a staircase floor. Our pace is not very good at all. There's a prismatic shard. Thankfully we already got one, so that one can actually go to the museum now. And there's an iridium bat. Those things are a pain in the butt. There's 2 iridium bats. Can I get a ladder? Whoops, that's not what I wanted. There we go. 5 levels is fine, I'll take it. Alright, we've got a lot of stones here. And no ladders. Alright. Alright, we actually do want to chase... We do want to chase the Omni Geodes if they're convenient enough. Because that's what buys us our warp totems, our desert warp totems. If we have to wait for Pam to arrive at the bus stop, that's hours wasted. That's iridium ore we did not get, right? When we're doing a Skull Cavern run, we have to fully commit. We have to fully commit. Our entire day, from sunup to sundown, is committed to the Skull Cavern run. We don't want to do any half measures. Full commitment. That thing's going to kill me if it gets me too many more times. That's why we have this lava katana, so that we can take less damage. Alright, why am I facing that way? I really don't want to be engaging in combat. Alright, I had to check to make sure our spicy eel is still working, because these ladders are just not coming. Stop chasing me, serpent. Alright, let's bomb that. There we go. Okay, well, we wasted a bomb right there. That's fine. Alright, nothing. I'm gonna kind of take a wild guess that there's a ladder at the end of this level. A lot of times there is, but we're gonna go ahead and bomb this. Alright. The Jades is more staircases, so we're gonna get that. It's 9:20 p.m. We are at floor 76. So we're not doing great, but we definitely could get past 100. Okay, this is not good. Time for another triple shot espresso. Just have a look. I don't like these big spread out levels because you can't see if there's a freebie down the road up here. Not bad, not bad. See that we have 43 Omni Geodes right now? There's a ladder. I'm taking it. I saw some iridium up there, but we just want to get off that floor. That was not a great floor. Alright, now here we kind of do... Come on, let me place a bomb. We kind of do want to come in here. There's a lot of resources here. It's getting to that point of the night where we want to harvest resources. We have 40 bombs left. It's 11 p.m. It's kind of winding down. We may or may not make it to floor 100. Eight levels. I'll take that. That's good stuff. Alright, a few more bombs. That's actually really nice. That's good news. Okay, we've got a couple treasure in a row. Okay, 5 melon seeds is about as underwhelming as it gets. There's a freebie, but I'm actually going to stay for the iridium here. Alright, we want the spicy eel back on. We don't want to be going anywhere without our extra luck. Look at that. Rain totems. Now that is very welcome. That's going to make our planting much easier. We can go ahead and plant beyond our sprinklers now because we have 2 rain totems. That gives us 2 whole days to get sprinklers made. And at this point we hit that shaft and that got us 8 more levels. We're at level 95 right now, and it looks like we have a chance at making it to floor 100 if we don't get shafted. Alright, let's go. Up, of course there's a ladder. Alright, I am gonna wait though. Again, we're getting towards the end of the night. We may or may not make it to 100, so right now we do want to start looking at iridium. I would really like to make it to floor 100. It's gonna be so super... Okay, there we go. There it is, guys. Floor 100. 4 quality sprinklers. Okay, I said I was done with quality sprinklers. I guess I lied a little bit. Alright, we can throw these melon seeds away. We don't need those. I'm going to keep that. I have never used a farm warp totem, I don't think, in my life, I either run back to the farm or I pay 2 million gold for that return scepter. I love that thing. That return scepter is my best friend. Alright, we're just gonna keep it moving. We're getting towards the end of the night. We would like to see a bunch of resources, but we don't want to risk anything. Alright, did you see that? That was the resource rush quest. We just crested 1,000 stone in one Skull Cavern run. Look at this ridiculous floor. Look at that ridiculous floor. Alright, we got another prismatic shard, but for the life of us we cannot find a ladder. So actually that's the end of our night. Alright, floor 104. That was our first Skull Cavern run. That is a very bad Skull Cavern run. Alright, I don't want you to fret if you're not making it to floor 104. But for as much preparation as we put into it, to do that on a gold luck day instead of an iridium luck day is the difference between 104 and 208. But we're about to find out how we fared. I'd say we still did okay. It was still worth it. Okay, we came home with 156 iridium ore, 135 iron ore, 102 gold ore, 135 copper ore, a few gems of every kind, a couple rain totems, which is a big deal right now, 2 prismatic shards, which is also a big deal, and 52 omni geodes, which is also a big deal. At this point, we should come pretty close to getting that sewer key so that we can start buying iridium sprinklers on Fridays. Look at what day it is today. So we're going to head over to Clint's. We're going to open all these omni geodes. We're going to turn in a prismatic shard. We're going to turn in anything we find there. Alright. Let's clean up our bags. Look at these pumpkins, guys. Alright, but we're going to leave the pumpkins for now. For now, we're going to leave the pumpkins. I'm not going to touch them. Okay? If you recall, it took us 2 days to plant them all. And they're still going to be done in plenty of time. See, it's the 12th right now. So even if we wait until tomorrow, they'll be done before the end of the season. There's no use fretting about it. Right now, we want to get some iridium in those furnaces. And we want to get over to Clint's and open up all these geodes. Try to get that sewer key. If we can get that sewer key today, we can get an iridium sprinkler today for 10,000 gold, and that is a screaming good deal. Okay, that's that. I'm just going to throw those in there for now. I'm going to throw those in there for now. When we go to plant tomorrow, because tomorrow the rest of the pumpkins will be ready as well. When we go to plant tomorrow, we'll go ahead and pop that rain totem. Love you, bud. Alright. See you eventually to make it at least 25. I've got a mountain of gold to see if you can do it. Yeah, I did it. Watch. Congratulations on completing my little challenge. I'm impressed. As an added bonus, I've included the blueprints for a new type of chest. Enjoy a stone chest. That's not what I was hoping for. Someone dropped you off at the clinic. Okay, 1,000 gold is the max. That is great news. It is not 2,000 gold. It is 1,000 gold. That is great news. Okay. Let's get this iridium in the furnaces. See, that was our first and worst Skull Cavern run. And it may have been a little stressful, right? It was stressful at times. But it wasn't that painful. We made it to 104, and it wasn't even an iridium luck day. Okay? We used 2 spicy eel and 4 or 5 triple shot espressos. I cannot remember. I think it might have been 5. So we want to try to stock up again before we go back. But we're good for a while. Iridium sprinklers are 1 iridium bar, 1 gold bar, 1 battery pack. So at this point, we're only limited by our 21 battery packs. So 21, I'm going to use the calculator because it's late in the day and I'm tired. 21 times 24 is 504. That's what I'm talking about. That's how I want to increase our fields here. And that's why we're waiting until tomorrow. That's why we're waiting until tomorrow to plant. Okay. Oh, I left my tools over here. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to throw that there. We're going to pick up the rest of our tools. I'm just going to show you why we can wait until tomorrow. See, this section down here got planted the next day. So we're going to wait until tomorrow to harvest all these. These will be ripe tomorrow. And then we'll replant. And by that time, we will have 20 more iridium sprinklers. 20 more iridium sprinklers. Okay, we will have 20. Let me say that again. By this time tomorrow, we will have 20 more iridium sprinklers because of that Skull Cavern run we did yesterday. Alright, it's 8 o'clock. Was there anything else in here that we needed to take into town with us? No. So now we just grab all of our geodes. And maybe a chest. Maybe a chest. That might help. That might be helpful. Let's throw some charcoal in there. All right. And now we can go to town. I'm not going to pick up this forage. I'm not going to get that moss because breaking these geodes is going to fill up our inventory very quickly. That's why we brought a chest. That's why we brought a chest. So that we can just plop that chest down. So that we can plop that chest down right there. And we can throw stuff in it as needed. If the time gets too tight, we can start throwing stuff outside. But we're gonna kind of walk back and forth to the museum with all of our findings here. Alright. Because we're almost guaranteed with 53 Omni Geodes and a few of this and a few of that. We're almost guaranteed to get something that we can give to the museum. I know we can give them a prismatic shard. we'd really like to... Hey, I'm doing alright. Just breaking open some geodes here. Spent all afternoon preparing for this storm, and now I'm ready to chill, ready to relax. Trying to build up to the 60 donations to the museum so I can get that sewer key. So that I can get down into the sewer and buy an iridium sprinkler from Krobus. The game was so good. Yeah, okay, I see where this script is taking you. I've been playing Stardew Valley for a little less than a year. I'm a couple hundred hours in. We did just get a second dwarf computer, so we can donate that one. I already have one saved up at the back to make our farm computer with. Script. So I've seen the graphic design services script, and it looks very similar to your chat. So I'm going to be surprised. I'm going to be very happily surprised if you are not trying to sell me graphic design services for my Twitch stream profile page. Very happily surprised. Maybe I do have a misunderstanding. I hope I do. Very happily surprised, as I said. We're working on 60 donations to the museum here. We did our Skull Cavern run yesterday. We got all these Omni Geodes to break open. No room in inventory. I'm just going to go ahead, drop you a follow. Can you follow back? Sure thing. Absolutely. I am happy to. I'm sorry for the misunderstanding if it was one. If you're a fellow streamer and you've just started, let me tell you about the graphic design services scams. They will come hard and they will come fast. They seem like real people. They'll chat you up, and then they'll try to sell you stuff that isn't even real. It's kind of funny, but it does get very annoying very quickly. Alright, I don't think that was 60 yet. I don't think that was 60 yet. No, it was not. Oh, you know what? We won't know. I wouldn't get it today anyway. He would bring it to me in the morning. That's cool. Yeah, I'll follow you back after this stream then. If that's the case, whenever this streams, I'll be streaming for about 2 or 3 more hours. When this stream is over, I will 100% come to your page and throw you a follow. Alright, so all of these minerals we've already donated. We can just sell right back to him. Hey man, I appreciate you too. Thanks for that. Yeah. So at this point, we're going to get diminishing returns. We've already opened a lot of geodes. We've already donated a lot of stuff. So we're going to find a lot of repeats now. Thankfully, the Omni Geodes can carry anything. But after breaking so many, what we'll do is we'll stop focusing on breaking Omni Geodes and we'll start saving them so that we can trade them for artifact troves. Because at that point the artifact troves are more likely to yield something that we can donate. I know I got at least one thing in my inventory right now that we can donate. Alright. So we ended up not needing this chest. It's only 9:40 a.m. Wow, way to not elaborate on that. Alright, yet one thing was all we got. Alright. So let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Artifacts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Minerals. 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60. We did it, guys. Now, sadly, I do not get the key immediately. So I was mistaken, and I will not get the key today. We are going to miss this iridium sprinkler from this week. But we'll start picking them up next week, 1 per week from Krobus. Gunther will come give us that key in the morning tomorrow. Okay? So we do have quite a good bit of minerals that we can still get from those Omni Geodes before we want to start trading them for artifact troves. We have quite a few here. We have quite a few. We'll keep breaking the Omni Geodes for the next couple times, I think. Alright. So now we can head on back home. And like I said, tomorrow we will make those sprinklers and we will plant. Alright, the iridium's not quite done for today. Ooh, that's good news. We got 3 legend row. That's 15,000 gold right there. Alright, and we know that any of these stones that don't say Gunther can tell you more, they can go straight in the bin. We don't need those. We're never going to use them again. Let's just double check that we have that dwarf gadget saved back. Yes, we do. To make a farm computer with. I'll keep those. They could come in handy. Okay. There we go. Alright, so now we can throw these where they belong. Okay. Mixed flower seeds, a chest. I think it's about time we go to Robin and buy the big chest recipe. I'm actually going to check the wiki here to see how much that recipe costs, because I don't want to run all the way up to Robin's only to not be able to afford it. It's 5,000 gold, so we can afford it just fine, and it's Friday, so Robin should be at home. How's our coal look? 210. We're doing good on the coal. We want to keep it going, though. We want to keep it going, because one thing we want to do is we want to take that iron ore that we got from our Skull Cavern run, and we want to immediately smack it into bombs. We want to be ready for the next Skull Cavern run as quickly as possible. So what we might do right now, see, we have 65 bombs. We used, see what I mean? We only used 2 staircases. It was a gold luck day, not even an iridium luck day. And we only used 2 staircases to get to floor 104. Okay. So you don't have to be a pro. I sure as heck am not a pro. You saw me. You saw me dying to those serpents. Alright, we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go up to Robin, and then we're gonna go do some iron ore farming for more bombs. We're gonna hope that the iridium is done when we get back. Alright, that's one for Gunther. We're much less concerned with completing the collection. Right. Much less concerned. Oh, I need to talk to Robin first. Much less concerned with completing the collection. We really just wanted that sewer key. Completing the collection would be nice, not gonna lie. Alright, big chest recipe. Bam. We're gonna need those. Trust. Alright. Workbench is just a quality of life improvement. Okay. Alright, and we want these tables, maybe? The log doesn't work. Okay, we tried that. The log doesn't work. So I think a table is what we need. And at this point, I'm willing to get both. We've got money coming our way, so don't worry about that. I'm willing to get both, just to make sure that it works. What we're doing is we're looking for a way to display our memorial melon from our first ever large harvest. We have 1 melon put back from the first harvest. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to run over to the quarry. I'm going to clear it, and then we're going to go to the mine. We have 1 melon put back from our first harvest that memorialized my own stupidity in a way. It was hiding behind a scarecrow. I harvested 230 melons, went to Pierre's, sold the melons, bought more seeds, came back, and there was a melon hiding behind a scarecrow that I did not pick. So that actually served as a pretty fun little reminder of the first melon harvest. So I would like a way to display that in the house as a reminder of the beginnings of this challenge, but also of my own stupidity and my mistakes. I make them frequently. I make them all the time, sometimes catastrophically. And due to my nature, as just some chill dude wanting to relax and chill, I don't believe in resetting the day. If I felt like it was someone else's fault, if I felt like the game cheated me, I think I would feel differently about that. But I have yet to come upon a moment where I felt that it was not my own fault. You know what? I'm gonna get this combat XP, even if it's not a ton. I'm gonna get it. We do want to have combat level 10. And one of these days, as we just learned in the Skull Cavern, It is about time for us to throw on that monster musk and come down here and level up combat. Because boy oh boy, do we need the extra HP. We learned that for sure on that Skull Cavern run. There was a couple times, there was a couple moments that got pretty scary. I don't know if it's really worth running up there for this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Alright, there's another one. Oh, do you see that? We got a workbench in the mine. That's how bad I am. You see what I'm talking about? I just tried to kill a bat with a sword. And instead of doing that, I mean, it seems like a pretty logical thing to do, right? You would kill that bat with a sword if you found it in the mines. But let me tell you, instead of killing the bat with a sword, what did I do? I put a piece of furniture down. I don't think that's gonna do anything. That bat didn't seem scared of that workbench. I'm gonna tell you. You were there. We were watching it together, and I don't think that bat was scared of that workbench. Alright, here's a nice iron vein. Alright, let's bring that up to where I can see it. We'll throw these guys down there where they can't bother us. We know we're keeping them. That's good stuff down there. Alright. Right now we're just farming iron for bombs, actually. This is our way of prepping for another Skull Cavern run when we get a chance. We know we're harvesting pumpkins tomorrow. There's no way we're doing the Skull Cavern tomorrow. We're harvesting and replanting pumpkins tomorrow. And that is probably the only thing that is happening tomorrow. It is very unlikely that anything else happens tomorrow. It's going to take the entire day from sunup to sundown to harvest all those pumpkins and replant more pumpkins. Alright, I do have a few coffee beans. They're going to come in handy next spring. I mean, I guess theoretically, I could put them in the greenhouse. Excuse me. But I'm more inclined to just buy coffee from Gus to make triple shot espressos or make a couple crystallariums. Actually, that might be something that we do instead of using all of our battery packs for iridium sprinklers. We might want to use a few of them to get our crystallariums going. So we have spicy eel, triple shot espresso, and staircases at all times. We're going to leave the quartz one on. We're not going to change that one, because we're going to want to make garden pots. And we do need the quartz for the garden pots. So we're going to leave that one with quartz in it. Sadly, we still have not found that last dwarf scroll. In other saves, I have had to resort to just hoeing dirt to try to find it. It's supposed to be able to random drop from monsters, but we have not found it yet. but we have not hoed any dirt in the mines. So at some point, maybe that's what we want to do. I have had to resort to that in the past. Still not the one. We need Dwarf Scroll 1. Alright, we're gonna hit this guy. As we learned before, just because we feel like we have everything does not mean we should not see what we get. Okay, that's not it. Definitely not it. It's an interesting one for sure. Alright, I'm not... Okay, there's a few. There's a couple. We're just gonna smack these rocks on the way back to the ladder and reset from the top. Alright, we're going to go ahead and grab this and then head back, because we want to try, I'm hoping that nice, we just got a combat level. We were just talking about that a little bit ago. I'm just going to have a look at this floor. I very rarely go down a ladder from this floor. Alright, we're going home. We're going home. We're going to put more iridium in the furnaces. And we're going to make, I think at this point, we're just going to make maybe 3 crystallariums. If we have the gold, we might have to put some gold in the furnaces, but I know I just harvested some. Alright, let's see what we've got. Let me grab a tool that's not going to tear up a machine if I accidentally hit it. Not going to pretend I don't accidentally chop up a furnace now and then. Alright, we got 159 iron ore. We're going to immediately make those into bombs. Right, we don't need any iron for the crystallariums, no. We have plenty of gold bars. Okay, we have plenty of gold bars. So let's go ahead and clean up our inventory here. Okay. We're going to clean up our inventory. That can go away. We already have that. The workbench goes right there between the woodland stuff and the mining stuff, because then, boom, we can just stand here and almost everything, like this worm bin, these worm bins, I've been waiting to do that for a while. These worm bins, I've been waiting to do that for a while. We don't go fishing very often, but when we do, I would like to have deluxe bait. Alright. So, what do we need? What do we need? We need staircases, that's jade. We need diamonds, that's triple shot espresso. We need rubies, that's spicy eel. I would really like to do 2 of each, or 3 diamonds, 2 staircases, 3 diamonds, 2 jades, 2 spicy, 2 rubies maybe. That would be 7. I don't know that I want to do 7. First of all, I don't have that much gold. I don't have that many gold bars. So I think what we'll do is we'll make 5. Let's see what other... It's 2 iridium bars per... Okay, we only have enough to make 5. I'm not liking that. I'm not liking that. Alright, let's throw this iridium in here. Alright. Throw that iridium in there. We know we're getting 10 more. How much are we willing to spend on crystallariums right now? I think maybe just do 3 crystallariums. Just do 1 each. We have some stuff saved up, right? We have diamonds, we have rubies, we have jades. We have enough stuff here to do another Skull Cavern run no matter what. So we'll just do 1 each for now, I think. Alright. 1, 2, 3. Alright, 1 each for now. And then we'll do 4 iridium sprinklers. Alright, where are we putting these crystallariums? Probably in the house. Right? Probably in the house. We're just gonna... I don't care about this Joja Cola machine. It's almost embarrassing. Gives you 1 soda a day, and I don't even like that soda. I think it's completely worthless. See that melon? That is our memorial melon. That's bigger than I thought it was going to be. Alright, can the melon go on it? Yes, there we go. There we go, alright. And then this table is going to go in this chest. And these crystallariums are going to go right here. And we're just going to put a diamond, a ruby, and a jade. So we slowly but surely get a little bit of these guys. Okay. We're just going to go to bed. Right, we're just going to go to bed. We'll turn that in when we go buy seeds tomorrow. Because we're going to wake up in the morning. We're going to harvest all these pumpkins. Should be right around about 1,000 pumpkins. Maybe like 980 or something like that. We're going to go sell them. And then we're going to go buy more seeds. Level 8 combat. That's good. That's very good. Now, tomorrow, we are not going to be doing... Whoops. It's going to rain all day tomorrow. Hey, how about that? I don't have to use one of my rain totems, even if we go over. Oh boy, it's an iridium luck day today. That's actually a problem. The one time we finally get an iridium luck day, and we 100% cannot go to the Skull Cavern today. All thanks to me, they get a Golden Shovel Award. Alright, we can get in the sewer now. And let's just start harvesting, right? There's not much else to do other than harvest all these pumpkins. Harvest all these pumpkins, go sell them to Pierre. Go buy more pumpkin seeds and come back and plant. We want to make sure that we cover these. There was a couple gaps in the field, and I really hate gaps in the field. They bug me. They're obviously mistakes, or they're either mistakes where I missed with the seeds, or possibly they may have gotten hit by lightning and eventually untilled themselves. I think much more likely I just missed them. See, this is what I'm talking about. I am much more apt to assume that it was my own mistake because man, oh man, do I make lots of mistakes. Alright, it's 6:50 a.m. Time is going very slowly because when you're in the process of harvesting something, it pauses for a second. So if you just make sure that you're holding down that key and you keep moving, time barely passes at all. So harvesting can go pretty quick as far as the day is concerned. We might have all of this harvested before the shops even open. It'll be close. See, there's a gap right there. I'm gonna pause and just hit that to make sure that that's ready to go. These corns, they were from mixed seed that I planted during the summer. And so they're still there because they're a multi-season crop. And I'm not going to bother chopping them down. So they're still there. Alright. We're just going to keep going. And we might have all this harvested by around 9 a.m., which would be perfect. The planting is going to take a while, though. That does not pause time, as far as I'm aware. And we do need to put down these 4 iridium sprinklers and hoe it up and water it for today. We already checked the forecast. It is going to rain all day tomorrow. So we do not have to use one of those rain totems. We were blessed by the RNG gods in the Skull Cavern and we got ourselves 2 rain totems. So we absolutely can plant beyond whatever sprinklers we have going today. If we have to, we can water them for another 2 days without needing to do it by hand, just by popping those rain totems. If we feel that we're going to have enough sprinklers by then we can just do that. See how that works when you're harvesting? Alright, here's another one of those gaps. So I'm going to hoe it, water it, and then keep harvesting. This is where the iridium scythe, quality of life goes way up, right? You just walk through swinging that scythe away, harvesting all this. It might not actually take less time, less game day time, because of this feature where while harvesting the game is paused. I'm not sure you could harvest all these pumpkins in this little amount of time, but it just feels better. It's less in real life time. Much less in real life time. But I don't know that it's better for in-game time. I don't know that. there we go. Like I said, we'll be ready right around when Clint opens. When Clint opens. I don't need Clint for anything here. Alright, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2, 3. Alright. So that's a lot. That's a lot more. And we've got more iridium now. I'm very impressed. Enjoy your reward. Key. 10,000 gold. Hey, guess what? That's more pumpkins. Right? Alright, so what we have right now is we already have 276 pumpkin seeds, okay? We're not just going to bankrupt ourselves on the pumpkins this time. Sorry to disappoint. We actually can't. There are other things we need. But not just that. Not just that there are other things we need. First of all, we want to be saving bank for cauliflower seeds in the spring. Second of all, we want to be able to buy fertilizer next year. Third of all, I do not want to have to hand water 500 crops right now, every single day. So, oh wow, we can't eat a pumpkin. Okay, so at some point we might have to just start saving strawberries if we run out of melons. That's not a problem. That's not a problem. Alright. So we don't have to save back any of these pumpkins. None of them. 4, 6, 8, 900. It looks like about 940-ish pumpkins. Are we doing the math? Are we doing the math? Alright. Calculator. 287 plus 228 plus 419 is 934. I was close. I was close. Alright. I'm thinking we get about 1,500 seeds. Total. Including what we already have here. I'm thinking we do about 1,500. We did 934 right there. I think if we do 1,500, that should about do it. Alright, let's see how many more sprinklers we can make. 9 more sprinklers. Oh, we might be able to do more than that. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, perfect. 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. I have 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, and 2 more. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's alright. We might want to do some calculating. We're kind of wasting time, I feel like. We got to get this show on the road if we want to get all this planted. Either way, even if we don't get to water the ones that we have to hoe up, even if we have to finish planting tomorrow, they'll still be done before the end of the month. So that's good news. Okay, so there's nothing really to stress about here. We can finish this planting tomorrow and everything's going to be okay. we got 2, 4, let's count this. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 more sprinklers. 13 more iridium sprinklers. That's 24 each. So 240 plus 72 is 312. So that's 300 more. And we've got maybe 25 more quality sprinklers down here. 20 more quality sprinklers down here at 8 each. That's 160. So yeah, if we do 1500, then we should be able to make that work. We have a few more quality sprinklers inside. I don't need to be going this way. We have a few more quality sprinklers in a chest if we need them. We could make more quality sprinklers if we need to. We have 2 rain totems if we need them. I guess I shouldn't have used the minecarts. Since we're here, we'll just go ahead and donate that skull. I think that's a sloth piece, right? No. It's a rare crow. I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright. We did learn last time that we cannot sell our... Joja will not buy our stuff. I find that to be infuriating. But that's pretty typical corporate stuff, right? Pretty typical corporate stuff. Alright, here we go. 126, 120, 147. What's that? 245, 300, 390, 392 basically. Man, I was hoping for more than that. Alright. And since we're already here, we're gonna buy, watch this, 1 click, boom. Whoops. Oh my god, did I just do that? I did just do that. Oh my gosh. Alright, alright, 1 click. Well, actually, we can just buy them back at that point. Right? We can just buy them back. Alright. Back to where we were. Alright, now we're just going 25 at a time. Because we just want 250. That's 1500. Actually, what did we say? We actually said that was almost exactly right, didn't we? Let's do 1 extra 100, okay? 1600. That's going to be closer to 500 to 600,000 when we harvest that. I'm just going to sit here and think about this for a little bit. I think we're good with that, right? At this point, that's actually more than 600,000. And we're walking around with 290,000 in cash now. So, I think we stick with that. It's a significant increase to the field size. I don't have the sprinklers yet to enlarge it more than that. And we're not going to get another chance at planting right now. What else could we plant? Eggplants take 5 days. Okay, that's one thing. Bok choy takes 4 days. That's one thing we could plant later in the season. Okay, so if we get another chance at a Skull Cavern run, See, the problem is we're going to run out of battery packs unless we get another thunderstorm. So I just don't think enlarging the field past where we have it now is going to work out very well. Because a thunderstorm is our only source of battery packs right now. Alright, so I think we walk away. We walk away with what we have. And we go to work. Alright. So we're just going to be popping seeds in the ground until it gets dark out. Dog. Yes, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I tell you what, I'll give you some water. Thank you so much for getting out of the way, buddy. I'm just going to plant what we have, and then I'm going to start digging and watering for more. And again, I'll dig it and I'll plant it. Watering will come last. If we have to finish this tomorrow, then that's fine. But we want to get the bulk of it done today. We have time. It's early afternoon. We have time. But we want to try to get most of it done today. And then we want to try to get back to Skull Cavern runs as quickly as possible to build up a store of iridium bars so that we can upgrade all of our tools, and so that as soon as we have battery packs, we can pump out more sprinklers. If we do have to, now I really don't want to do this, but if we have to, I will concede defeat and go back to making quality sprinklers again. It's possible. It could happen. Alright, it's not what I want. It's not what I want to do, but if it's what I have to do, then that's that. We have to continue enlarging this field. So if I have to make quality sprinklers to do it, then that's just what I have to do. Because these battery packs are very hard to come by. What we need to do over the winter we need to open up Ginger Island. And alright, so that was 600 couple seeds. Over the winter we need to open up Ginger Island. First of all, we need to get that farm going. We need income, right? One of the things we can do is just pop a bunch of strawberries on it. We could do that. We could pop a bunch of cranberries on it. I think the strawberries are probably more profitable than the cranberries. I mean, we could pop a bunch of pumpkins on it. We could put a bunch of melons on it. I think the pumpkins are probably more profitable than the melons or the cauliflower. The strawberries obviously are more convenient, but we have to harvest them every 4 days to make our maximum profit potential with those. With the pumpkins, it's much less often. And then when we do harvest them, the ground is empty. Of course, the I've been ignoring this entire time the fact that we do have the desert unlocked. So you know what? As soon as... Alright, it's time to start doing this. Oh. We didn't get the gold hoe yet, so I actually just want to do that. Okay. Okay, so yes, this is going to be very annoying. Starfruit. As soon as we get the ginger farm up and running, we want to fill it with starfruit. So that's what we're going to use this money for. As soon as winter starts, we're going to be doing wild seeds on this farm. We're going to be doing winter wild seeds. And we're going to be doing any powder melons we can find. So winter definitely calms down on the farm, but that does not mean we are going to let these fields sit idly by while we just wait for spring and twiddle our thumbs. No, no, no. We're going to be filling these puppies up with wild seeds and powder melons. The wild seeds are going to provide us with foraging XP to make sure that we finish our foraging up to level 10. Currently, we are foraging level 8. We've got level 10 in fishing, we've got level 10 in mining, we've got level 10 in farming, we've got level 8 in combat and foraging. So over the winter, we want to fix that. We want to get our mastery in farming before winter is out, so that we can get that iridium scythe, that sweet, sweet iridium scythe, and so that we can make that statue of blessings. The chance for the +1 luck or the +half speed, those are both very, very good. And the plus hearts when talking to villagers is also very good, considering we have not been doing relationships at all so far. Now, we don't really care about the relationships with the villagers at this point. Pretty unconcerned. Pretty unconcerned. But it can be helpful to get those recipes. Alright, that's it. That's it for down here. Let's go ahead and plant it up. I think we don't bother watering it. I think we move on. We have a chance to get a lot more planted before 2 o'clock. And at this point, there is no longer a downside to passing out. 1,000 gold is not an issue anymore. And we can just eat something. We're not short of food. If we run out of energy, if we're exhausted, we're not short of food. So we're not going to water it though. It's going to rain tomorrow. What we are going to do is we're going to start planting the rest of this up. Alright, so that's that. So we're just going to keep hoeing away. Yep, I know. I'm going to work until I pass out in the field. That's farmer dedication right there. Whoops. We're staying back a bit because it goes 5 spaces, which is exactly what an iridium sprinkler does. And because we were up against the water there, we had to get ourselves room to walk, so we did an extra space. But I'm lining this up. Alright, that's 1 o'clock. We're gonna do, I tell you what, I think that's all we can do right now. I don't want to hoe up a spot and then have it get untilled in the morning. That would have been a bunch of wasted time and energy. I tell you what, we can maybe go to bed? I don't think we can. Watch this. Alright, we'll get the rest planted now. We'll get the rest planted now. Love you, bud. See our memorial melon there? Isn't that beautiful? Alright, so here we are. See, these have now watered themselves. And I guess, when I run out of spots here, if I still have pumpkin seeds left, I'll put the quality sprinklers out. And because fall is almost over and this does not appear to be a thunderstorm, we're unlikely to get many more iridium sprinklers this year. There can't be a thunderstorm in the wintertime. So we only have 2 weeks left right now to have a chance at another thunderstorm. I mean, fingers crossed we do get another thunderstorm. And I could use those rain totems in the hopes that they do produce thunderstorms. I will look that up. Because if they do, come on with it. Come on with it. We're going to put the rare crow back down in its place. I really wish that wouldn't pop up the scarecrows when you do that. I'm here in the field tilling. I don't want to destroy the scarecrow. Alright. We've got 400 seeds left. We do have a couple quality sprinklers. And if we still have seeds left, that's what we're going to do. Alright, looks like we are going to have some seeds left, so we're going to break out those quality sprinklers and we're going to throw them down. Looks like we're actually going to have to do a little bit of clearing to do that. Whoops. Because stuff's a bit close. Stuff's a bit close here. But look at how far we've come. Look at how far we've come. Alright, I think I only have like 4 quality sprinklers. I don't think it's a lot. They'll be in this chest if they're anywhere. 4. Yep, it's just 4. So it's not a lot. Okay. First things first, let's knock up this scarecrow and put it right back again. Okay. Alright, this isn't going to take me long at all. These quality sprinklers, they don't cover much ground. Alright, we don't want to put that there. I really, really do not want to be hand watering really anything at this point. Look at the size of this field. Do I really want to be hand watering stuff right now? And then the little devil on my shoulder says, well, if you want to make more money. Alright. Tell you what I'll do. Here in a bit, after everything has grown a little bit, I'll take a screenshot and I'll post that to my Discord, okay? Just so we can see where we're at. We just planted 1,400 seeds. That's what that was. We just planted 1,400 seeds. Okay. So yeah, we're looking at $550,000 to $600,000 gold when we harvest all that. So at that point, I don't know that I want to bother with the movie theater. I think we're going to save that gold up. We're going to save that gold up. We're going to get access to the Ginger Island farm. And we're going to plant a bunch of star fruit. Okay. Let's throw this bait away. Let's put this guy in there. What else did I have? A quartz. Throw the quartz in here. Grab the iridium ore. And any extra time I have today will likely be going back for more iron ore. See, we have 105 bombs, so we're not 100% ready. We don't have enough triple shot espresso, but we could just go, you know? It's not that big a deal. We could just go. It's just that half of it or more, a little more than half of it, is going to be done without that extra speed boost. We have more than enough spicy eel for a whole day. More than enough spicy eel for a whole day, but we don't have enough triple shot espresso for a whole day. Not the end of the world. We could go grab some coffees from Gus over there. We could do that. They run out so fast, but we could do that. We do have some diamonds. Let me go ahead and put these in the kilns. We do have some diamonds. Actually, I think we have plenty of diamonds. Yeah, we have more than enough diamonds to get more triple shot espressos. We haven't made enough prismatic shards yet to start trading them for magic rock candy. That is when you can really start to do the good runs in Skull Cavern is when you have 2 magic rock candies, so you can do the entire day with +5 luck, +5 defense, plus some attack, plus some speed. It's crazy. It's really good. That's when you can go down to 200 plus and come back with 400 plus iridium ore. But it's still very rare to find battery packs. You can get battery packs on treasure floors. It is possible. You're not going to come back with a whole bunch of them. You're not going to come back with enough to make that much of a difference. Maybe 2 or 3. It can happen. Alright, so we're going to go farm some iron ore, I think. We're going to check this. Alright, our peach tree is ready. The nice part about it is we don't have to check it every day. It can store up to 3 peaches on it. And we're going to be harvesting these strawberries every 4 days. So we will just come in here when we think there might be strawberries and harvest those peaches off of there. I'm just going to leave it alone for now. We're not going to do really anything with the peaches immediately. We're just going to store them up. We're going to bank them in a chest. And when it seems like it might be necessary, we're going to use them as gifts. Okay, we're going to sell all these strawberries. We're going to have more in 4 days. So when we do run out of melons, we're going to just save up strawberries and use those to eat. But that's 20,000 gold right there. So we're going to keep doing that. Alright, so I think what we're doing now, let's check this. Ah, that's right. We can have access to the sewer now. Today's Sunday. How many jades do we have? Yeah, just in case. Just in case. Let's go do that. Let's go get some staircases. And it could be time. This money might be better spent. It could be time to go ahead and put starfruit in the greenhouse. What do you think? It could be time for that. Alright, we're gonna grab our staircases. Oh, you know what? We never came back for a desert warp totem. Ooh, that's a real shame. So the next time we want to do a Skull Cavern run, that was a silly mistake that I made. The next time we want to do a Skull Cavern run, we're going to have to wait until Pam gets to the bus. Unless we can get lucky and get a few Omni Geodes while farming for iron ore, which is definitely possible. It's definitely possible. If we can get 3 Omni Geodes, we can come back and get a desert warp totem. Yeah, I'm not skipping cutscenes. I have to keep reminding myself not to skip cutscenes. It's actually been back in service for a while and I just haven't come in to see you yet. That's my bad. Alright, starfruit seeds. Tell you what do you think? What do you think? Do we just buy, we empty our bank on starfruit seeds, put them in a chest in the greenhouse? What does starfruit sell for? 750 base. There's 108 spaces in the greenhouse. And so it's 350 profit per one. It's 37,000. Total revenue 81,000 per harvest. So 350 times 108. It's 37,000 profit per harvest in 13 days. You know, I think the strawberries are more profitable than that. Strawberries are 20,000 gold every 4 days. Is this crazy or what? I mean, I definitely have a chance at getting silver and gold. So let's do it by the silver price, because the silver price is basically halfway between 937 minus 400 is 537 profit per on average times 108, 57,000, so it's 60,000 per 13 days. The strawberries are still edging that out until I get the deluxe speed grow. Once I get the deluxe speed grow, then the starfruit becomes better. Oh, with the tiller profession, which I do have, it's 1,030. 1,030 minus 400 times 108. That's 68,000 every 13 days. That's still almost exactly the same amount of profit that we're already getting, but with a lot more work. So we're going to need that deluxe speed grow to even make it worth bothering. The nice thing about the greenhouse is once we put the deluxe speed grow down, she sells that on Thursdays. So what I'll do is I'll wait until Thursday. I'll come back. I'll get 108 deluxe speed grow. And I'll get all the money, all the starfruit seeds that my money can buy. Because at that point, with the deluxe speed grow, then it is profitable. It is more profitable than the strawberries, but I'm very surprised at how close that is. I thought the starfruit should definitely be more profitable by a long shot than strawberries. I find that kind of weird, to be honest. Alright, I got my staircases. I didn't bring the other stuff, though. Why did I not bring the other stuff? I mean, I guess the Desert Trader is open all hours, so I can just get it when I come for the Skull Cavern run. Alright, let's put our stuff away, and then we'll just go back to the mines and farm iron ore for a while and pray for Omni Geodes. And at this point, we just have to remember that on Fridays, Krobus sells iridium and iridium sprinkler. One iridium sprinkler. Which is well worth the 10,000 gold, right? As long as we have 10,000 gold, we can get an iridium sprinkler on a Friday, which is such a good deal. Alright, so yeah, I mean, let's go farm some iron ore, right? We do want to be working on our combat while we're doing this. I mean, we're not getting a ton of XP for the monsters that are at these levels, but every little bit counts. Every little bit counts. We want to get up to that level 10 so that we can get our mastery, so that we can get our iridium scythe and our statue of blessings. And then our statue of the dwarf king. Once we have both of those, we have access to some of the perfect Skull Cavern days where you get +1 luck and increased ladders and staircases, or ladders and shafts. If you can get +1 luck and increased ladders and shafts, that's when you can get really, really deep. That's when you can come home with 500 iridium ore from one trip. It can get crazy. Now again, we don't have the gearing right now to be able to get that much. We're just not built for it at the moment. But we'll get there. We'll get there. We are going to need a lot of iridium for these sprinklers and to make some more crystallariums. For quality of life, to just have more staircases, more spicy eels, more triple shot espressos, to make sure we're always ready to go do a Skull Cavern run anytime there's an iridium luck day. Right, we went on a gold luck day with basically no gear, with no luck. We had what, spicy eel, right? And we made it to floor 104. No maxed out combat. No statue of blessings. No statue of the dwarf king. First time in there, floor 104. So we can definitely do better than that. And we ended up with what? 180 iridium ore when we came back, 160, something like that. If we go on an iridium luck day with some other buffs, easy money. Right, we just want to have, I like to have at least 150 bombs. It's very hard to use more than 150 bombs if you're being a little conservative with them. I've used over 200 on a single run, but that's, I mean, you've got to feel like you can afford it at that point. Alright, hold on 1 second. I've got to All right. So where was I? I don't remember. All right, you're watching me perform my normal level of combat skill here, okay? On these levels, thankfully, I'm not getting hurt by these creatures. But in the Skull Caverns, they will definitely kill me if I behave that way. Alright, so the iron ore that we're farming here is just going towards bomb making. For Skull Cavern runs. We are going to want to also farm gold ore, but if we're doing Skull Cavern runs, the gold ore will take care of itself. Okay, it's time to go. I didn't even realize what time it was. If we're doing Skull Cavern runs, the gold ore will take care of itself. We won't have to worry about that. We'll have plenty of it. Alright, that's a little bit of cash. An aged legend row. We've got some forage. We've got some farming. We've got some mining. Okay. We are basically out of iridium ore, so we're going to start doing gold bars as well. We have enough time. We're not going to pass out here. We're going to get to bed. We have enough time to put more wood in the kilns. Okay, look at that. We have 11 more iridium bars. We have 5 more battery packs. Once that gold comes back out of there, we will be able to make 5 more iridium sprinklers. And we might want to just start banking the iridium sprinklers for the Ginger Island farm. With the deluxe speed grow, the star fruit is more profitable than the strawberries, but I'm telling you, the strawberries are actually better than I thought. On the Ginger Island farm, it would be a couple 100,000 if you fill the whole thing. It would be a couple 100,000 every 4 days, and you would not ever need to replant. Kind of like ancient fruit. I'm almost tempted to just stick with the strawberries. Just get better quality fertilizer and stick with the strawberries. I'm going to have to debate that with myself internally. Alright, we're going to refill these charcoal furnaces. And then we're going to get ourselves to bed. Alright. We're going to do maybe another 20 or 30 minutes on this stream before I go ahead and sign off and make myself another fire. I've got 5 days worth of wood inside. I'm ready for this storm. Got water saved up. Plenty of food. I've got a wood stove that I can cook on if I have to. Plenty of food. Plenty of shelf-stable food. And the nice thing about a winter storm, if we do lose power, nothing in the fridge is going to go bad. All I have to do is put it outside, and it will be fine. We've got some more legend row. That's always nice. Love you, bud. Good dog. Stardew Valley is happening tomorrow. Stardew Valley Fair is happening tomorrow. Alright, I need to look up whether or not rain totems can create thunderstorms in fall. Okay, using a rain totem never has a chance to cause a storm unless used on a stormy day, which will make the next day stormy as well. 1.6 update removed the ability of the player to chain together so many lightning storm days in a row by using rain totems. Okay, so the rain totem is not excuse me, the rain totem is not a way to make battery packs. That's a shame. That is a darn shame. So we're still stuck on the battery packs. Alright, we've got that. We can make more gold bars. We can make more coal. And at some point, I've been saying this for a while, at some point we're going to need to go chop down Cindersap Forest. And that time is rapidly approaching. We're also going to need to start clearing the secret woods for hardwood. Oh man. I think I wasn't paying attention. We have 5 battery packs. How many does it take to repair the boat? Five battery packs. Well, that was a close one. And 5 iridium bars and 200 hardwood. Okay, well, we have the 5 battery packs. We have the 5 iridium bars. We need the 200 hardwood. So, I think that's what we work on right now. What do we have? We have 105 bombs. We have 126 bombs. That's enough for an okay Skull Caverns run. We could definitely use more. We could always use more. But that's definitely enough for an okay Skull Cavern run. I think today we go ahead and we go clear the secret woods and we get that started. right? I think that's reasonable. We don't want to be planting it. We definitely don't want to be making more iridium sprinklers right now, or we won't make it to Ginger Island. We need those 5 battery packs. What we need right now is hardwood. Alright, so I don't know if we have any hardwood stumps left here. There's one. We still do need to finish clearing this out. We're close. We're close. We just have that one corner to go. At this point, we are about halfway done filling the farm. So we really do need to focus on getting that Ginger Island farm going. So that we can have income over the winter. What am I doing? Trying to pickaxe a tree. Brother, that tool is not going to do the job. Alright. Right now, we have just about 100 hardwood. It's going to take us a couple days. It's definitely going to take us a couple days. What can we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Averaging 3 hardwood. Maybe we say we average 2 hardwood. Averaging 12 hardwood per day from the secret woods. That's going to take us 12 days. Or, sorry, 10 days. Okay. It's going to take us 10 days. I don't think we can buy hardwood from Robin. I'm pretty sure we can't. And that mahogany seed would take forever. We could definitely make some tree fertilizer for it. But we didn't really plan ahead for the hardwood. I kept thinking, oh, I'm not going to be building anything that needs a bunch of hardwood. So we can definitely plant this mahogany seed. I think if we're going to do it, we probably do it in the quarry. And we just keep coming back and clearing anything that's not a mahogany until the seeds take over. I don't think we want to do it here on the farm, because very quickly here, I mean, we're not going to get over here until next year. If we put tree fertilizer on it and we put it all the way over on the left side, we're not going to get there for at least 2 to 3 seasons. So we should be able to keep it on the farm for right now. We'll make some tree fertilizer. We'll put that up there. We're going to be farming the secret woods for the next couple days, so we should get more. It may not come into play because by the time it would be grown, we're already going to have what we need from the secret woods. But we also want some hardwood for that raccoon tree. We definitely want to get that raccoon tree finished, because it gives us the ability to trade mystery boxes for golden mystery boxes, and golden mystery boxes for magic rock candy. And that magic rock candy is just an incredible tool to use to get more iridium ore. And in the end, that is what this game is about, is how well can you farm iridium ore. We want to get iridium sprinklers. We want to get into Key's walnut room, which we're very likely going to do by buying the golden walnuts from the Joja parrot, because I cannot stand the golden walnut hunt. I am not a fan. I am not a fan of the golden walnut hunt. I'm not ashamed to say that. I always buy the rest of the golden walnuts as soon as I can afford it. Alright, we only need to craft one tree fertilizer. This is the third time since the start of this game that we've been in there. It has produced a few good things. Nothing that really changed the gameplay at all, because we did not do the community center. Okay, we put tree fruits in here just because they're universally liked. So if we ever need gifts for people, we can just come to that chest. Okay, we have a bunch of stone. So if we want to be making chests right now, we're going to want to make stone chests, because that's one resource that we have not been using. Now, if I recall, the two statues take 1,000 stone each. So there we go. There it is. Okay, we did the secret woods. We've done everything else. Do we have... We do. We want to go ahead and make the rest of these gold bars. Excuse me, bud. Excuse me. Alright, and then we want to refill these charcoal kilns. So you get into kind of a rhythm. It does get repetitive. So it does. But you just have a goal in mind, and you keep working towards it. One small step at a time. It's good practice. Right? You have a goal, and you keep working towards it, one small step at a time. And you can't be hard on yourself about how small that step might be. Right? You gotta give yourself some leeway. You gotta give yourself some grace. Here we have 108 hardwood. As long as you've made a step forward, then that is a step forward. It doesn't have to be a giant leap. It doesn't have to be a large step. It can be a tiny step forward. It's still forward. Right? So, what do we still need? Iron ore, right? Bombs. It keeps coming back to that. We do want to do this. I guess we have time to right now. We do want to do that, because what that does is that gives us access to Junimo huts. And the Junimo huts is a pretty big deal. The Junimo huts are going to harvest for us. Right? I think it's well within the spirit of this challenge. We're going to fill the whole farm with crops. think the Junimo huts are well within the spirit of this challenge. And if we give them raisins, then they have a chance at harvesting 20% more on average. So even though their huts do take up a small footprint, they end up harvesting more than you were going to get if you harvested it yourself. So I think that not only does that meet the spirit of the challenge, we just went ahead and bought the star drop from Krobus. It's nice. It's a nice little boost. It's not essential for us at this point. Having the star drops, it's not really essential for us at this point, but it is a nice little boost. That return scepter is calling my name. But we do have to save up our money right now. We're not ready. We're not ready. During year 2, at some point, we will be able to buy that return scepter. Selling these crops is going well. I think I've probably made more at this point in the year. I think maybe it'll be faster to my first million than I've been with other types of gameplay. I'm not 100% certain about that, but it does feel like it's been a little faster. I'm no speedrunner. I can't do 1 million in spring, but I think this has gone pretty well. All of that watering paid off. Alright, let's keep it moving. So if you ever get that quest to harvest a bunch of bug meat, this is where you come. Well, wasn't that interesting? I was pretty sure that thing was... I must have hit it as soon as it transformed. Alright, we're just going to get this talisman. I mean, there's no reason not to grab a bunch of fiber and mixed seeds while we're here, right? And we're going to use those mixed seeds because when you plant them on Ginger Island, one of the things that can grow is pineapples. And that's one of the easiest ways to get pineapples started. Pineapples are a wonderful renewable source of health and energy food. So for our Skull Cavern runs and just kind of carrying them around, they'll keep reproducing and they produce high health and energy levels. Let's check this special order board and see what we have available to us. Gus's famous omelet, definitely never going to do that. Robin's Project 80 Hardwood, definitely not doing that. Okay, I'm glad we stopped by. Alright, not bad. I'm not going to complain about these preserve jars. We can use those for when the legend produces a more than average amount of roe. But as promised, we are not, this is not a production value-added farm. We are not using preserve jars. We are not using kegs. We're selling our crops direct to the market, and that is how we're playing the game. right? If we would be building kegs, if we would be using preserve jars, our profits would have been much higher, right? That's why our profits haven't been higher than they are, because we've been restricting. It's a self-restriction. Jack be nimble, Jack be thick. Oh man, that is huge. That, I can't understate how huge that is. That's +1 defense forever without wearing any new gear. That's 1 less damage from every source of damage. That is a big deal. We have 150 total health, right? So if we get hit 5 times, that's 5 less damage that we took. If we get hit 15 times, that's 10% of our health bar that it's saving us. That's a big deal. All right. Those rice shoots. All right, the algae soup, we're just going to sell that. We have no reason to keep it. We have no reason to keep that. We have other stuff to eat. Whoa. Haha. Glad I caught that in time. That was going to be a problem. Thankfully, we do have a stash of fish. We could go fishing to refill that stash. It's a pretty bad stash of fish. I'm not going to mince any words about that. This was from very early on in the game. But man, if I would have just sold those melons, that really would have thrown a wrench in the works. We could have definitely waited for a strawberry harvest. See, the peaches aren't really that great either until they get to Gold Star, which is, I think, each year it goes up. I'm pretty sure. And once it's a year-old tree, it'll go up to silver quality, and once it's a 2-year-old tree, it goes up to gold quality. But you see, it only goes up to 68 energy for gold quality. So it's not really that great, the tree fruits. They're good gifts. They're good universally liked gifts. Alright, what do we have? We are down to copper ore. We've done all of our other stuff. So we're definitely waiting for a Skull Cavern run. To get a bunch more ore. Now the question is there anything that we want copper ore for? I'm not a big fan of cherry bombs. I don't personally like them. The blast radius is just so small. Right? You would have to have hundreds of them. How much does it take for copper ore? I mean, we could use it that way. We could. But it seems like a waste of coal. I just don't like them. The regular bombs fall right in that comfort zone where they blow up a large enough area, but they don't kill you in the process. The mega bombs, they do some damage. They're really nice, but I like to have my defenses up before I go ahead and start using mega bombs liberally. The regular bombs, they're great. We use them by the hundreds. All right. So there we are. There we are. All right. Let's go ahead and stand right here. do that. And let's take a screenshot. Isn't it the whole way at the bottom? Yep. Zoom level all the way out. Take a screenshot. And I will post that to my Discord. So that we can all admire the ridiculous size of this field in fall of year 1. And other than that, I am going to go. You know what? I'll take another one in the daylight. That one's in the dark. Right? That one's in the dark. Let's take one in the daylight. Look at those sprinklers going. I think I'd like to try to get it while the sprinklers are going if I can. Yeah. Alright. I'll post that to my Discord. This is fall of year 1. Look at all this work we put in. Look at all this work we put in year 1. All these quality sprinklers. We're just starting to get into these iridium sprinklers, but to be honest, because of the battery pack bottleneck, I think we need to go back to the quality sprinklers. If we want to keep expanding this, I think we need to do it with quality sprinklers because we can keep doing that all winter long. So, that's it, guys. That's it for today. I'm gonna go have another fire and stay warm. Please, please be warm. Please be safe. Do not go out in the ice. Stay safe. Stay home. And have a great day.